Questions? Yes.
I have a dog that's always been very vocal. So like if she's rolling on the floor playing with a toy, she growls and stuff. And she has a little bit of fear issue as well. So early on when I was trying to solve my problem, people said don't take the growl out of it because then you're not going to know when she's going to want to fight. So I can be in a building with 20 people, 20 dogs. She doesn't care about anybody. Someone can walk through the door and she'll go off. So if I see that person coming, I immediately redirect, start getting her busy doing things so she doesn't react to them.
Yeah.
So I know I did this wrong, but I was at an agility trial and I take food and I manage to the ring. And she's focused on me, focused on her food, and we're next to run. And a lady walks up and goes, "Hi, sweetie." And I was horrified because she's not sweet, lady, take your hand off her face. But the gate was there. I couldn't move her away from the situation. Her eyes kind of got a little big and she went, grr. And she knows the word good, so I used that as a calming word. Not that I was trying to tell her that the growl was good, but I was trying to regain her calmness in that moment. So, thoughts on a dog that's very vocal and a little bit afraid of...
So you're right, in that situation, you did that wrong, right? Because you encouraged her, like, yeah, good job, do that, do more of that. Like, so it would have been like, poke in the butt, flip around to me, like, nope, don't do that. Like, come on, knock it off, and you get away from me, right, kind of thing, right? Yeah, is that a thing? But growling, so growling comes from a lot of different places, right? So you mentioned there are dogs that growl when they play, right? Growling can be arousal in dogs, and growling can be a threat display in dogs. A dog can be warning you, like, hey, I'm stressed, look out, right? I'm ready to do it, right? And there is this theory that if you punish a dog for growling, if you correct a dog that's growling out of threat, you need to make the distinction. His dog's growling out of arousal, right? He's a noisy dog when he plays, right? Right? That's excitement, it's arousal, some dogs just do that, right? Nothing to do with threat display, they're not uneasy, they're having a good time, they do it. Rottweilers growl when you pet them, and they're rubbing on you, and they're dogs that are vocal that way. There is a dog that growls when they're stressed or when they're threatening you, and you do need to treat that differently. I don't believe that punishing the growling makes the growling go away and have the dog go straight to biting. That's a kind of reward-based thing. But what you can do is you can create increased anxiety in the dog. So I want to be careful about the level of correction that I use. I want to tell the dog, I don't like that, don't do that. You don't need to do that. I know you're uncomfortable, don't do that, right? Because this can escalate. Growling is a precursor to aggression, right? And you're not going to correct the growl out of them and they're going to get quiet and then just go straight to attacking somebody. But if I correct them too strongly for growling, they were already worried about the person, and now they're more worried about the person, right? I didn't solve my problem, I made them even more stressed. And so then they may try to avoid the person when they come up next time, but if they can't avoid, then they overreact. So when they do bite, they bite too much. They don't moderate their threat display. They give it all they've got. They're like, I'm trying to avoid you, I'm trying to avoid you, oh God, oh God, oh God. So when a dog defensive bites, a bite where they're feeling threatened, they give it your all. Like if somebody jumped out to mug you in an alley, you're not going to fight by Marcus of Queensberry rules, you're going to get everything you got. You're going to bite, kick, you're going to go as hard as you can, right? And so dogs that are feeling stressed have a tendency, very stressed, tend to overreact when they do. So I don't want to make the underlying anxiety worse, but I want to tell the dog, like, that's not appropriate, don't do that. So I tend to go, no, pop, pop, spin them around, tap, tap, reward, 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 reward. Like here, that person's fine, you don't need to worry about it, here's the rewards, don't do that, right? If I got myself in that situation. So I would stop it, but I would stop it with moderation. Not, no, wham, that kind of thing. That's gonna get you in trouble. The dog's gonna say, you're not gonna extinguish growling, and that dog's not gonna go straight from quiet to biting. That dog's gonna, next time somebody comes up, that dog's gonna be like, ah, crap. Oh man, and they'll start freaking out. And you make their fear worse, right? They thought, I already thought this was a bad situation, and now you confirm my suspicions, it's definitely a bad situation. It's actually worse than I thought. I was afraid of that person, and now I'm worried you're gonna pound me too, right? And so you do have to be careful about the intensity.